day. We are going to start with our feet flat, our knees bent, and then our arms, if it's okay, at our sides. You're going to drop the knees gently into each other, and you can turn the big toes inward a smidge if that feels good on your body. Settle your body on the mat. Settle your mind on the idea of this practice today, the unknown of this practice today. And start to bring awareness and attention to this amazing breath we have. Allow your shoulders to get a little heavier. And we're just going to focus the breath a little bit. So for a few rounds of breath, breathing across the chest, across the collarbones to the tips of the shoulders, the outer part of the shoulders. And then exhaling, just softening. Allowing the heart to soften down into the space between the shoulder blades. And then we're going to allow this breath to continue down into the ribs so that you expand across the chest into the collarbones and then flare the rib cage gently out to the side. So we're adding that in. So the inhale expands, and then when you exhale, the ribs gently draw back inward toward the spine. And then we're going to add the belly. So you're breathing wide across the collarbones, wide into the rib cage, and then across the belly, expanding your waistline out to the sides. And then the waist draws back in, the ribs draw back in, the heart descends. Keep that going. So oftentimes, we cue the breath belly, ribs, and chest, and we're just reversing this breath flow. We're just reversing it. In the same way we play with postures and we do variations on the poses, we can do the same thing with our breath. We can explore the breath. Changing its shape, changing its path, its entry, form, its exit. Hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze. Start to push the feet forward. Let the feet draw you up, rising up into boat pose. Your legs do not need to be straight in boat. Your knees could be bent for the rest of your life in boat pose. This is not a more advanced version of the pose. It just means that my hamstrings are more open. Find your right foot, take the pinky side of your right foot, take your left leg down, and you're going to pull back as if you were in half happy baby, but we're sitting upright. You can kind of move around here. You can use your left hand to support whatever you need. I'm going to turn on an angle so you get a better view. Good. I don't think I spot lit my video, so you can do that if you want. Sorry. I like the grid view. I like to see y'all, but I forgot to spotlight it. So if you need to do that, go for it. I popped up to mute everybody and I forgot to do that, so sorry. Good, you're gonna bring this right foot across. You have two options here. You can either bring the right foot to your inner left thigh or bring it on top of your left thigh. If that causes any knee pain, you just nix it. And then sit up tall, bring your hands behind your hips, lift the spine. And then maybe drawing forward. Inhale, rise up. Legs come back up. We're coming back into boat pose. Yes, so good. I have a tendency for my knees to kind of split here. See if you can draw the energy of the legs in, as if you had a strap around your thighs and a strap around your shins. So keeping that energy drawing in as opposed to kind of falling open. Lift the heart, use the back ribs to support you. That same breath we focused across the chest, find it here now. Especially because you're using your belly a bit to hold yourself up. So if you're restricting the belly, you need to breathe elsewhere. Take the left hand to the left foot, find that foot just as if you were in half happy baby. You can use your right hand to support. Feel free to move in any way here. And see if you can start to lift the spine up. There's a pushing and a pulling, and in that push and pull in the foot and the arm, you create a balance. And then you're going to bring this left foot either on top of the thigh or maybe to the inside. And then bring the hands behind and just lift the heart up. And then maybe come forward, but maybe not. Maybe stay right where you are. Inhale, rise back up into boat pose. Just about 5 breaths here. Cross at your shins, downward facing dog. Plant your hands. Drop your head between your arms, ears between the biceps if it's okay. Press the hands firmly down into the ground. Spread through the fingers. At the crease of the hip, rise higher. Lift the kneecaps. And then at the very top of the thighs where they meet the hip, press that back gently. Lifting up and back, lifting up and back. Right knee to your chest. Place your right foot next to your right hand. Stay on your fingertips, pull the chest forward. Bend the right knee a lot. So see if you can get the hip in line with the knee. And you might not be able to, and that's okay. If you have blocks, you are welcome to elevate this, and that will give you a little bit more freedom here. And I'll show you that. So here, on any height. Breathe the chest broad. Breathe the upper back broad. Left heel turns to the center of the mat. Straighten the right leg, and then opening up triangle. Soften the left ribs down. Push into the big toes. Calves to shins. Find that width across the chest. The more you press into the feet, you can start to guide the legs up through the calves, the thighs, into the hip socket. Build the arch of the foot, both of them. Arches of the feet. Left hand comes down and around, left heel lifts up, simple twist to the right. Push down to open, use a block if you need it. Expand and pull the feet toward each other. Fantastic. Push into this left hand, start to turn open, Vashisthasana. Use your bottom knee if you need to, stack the feet if it's okay. Maybe bring the big toes to touch and then slightly pull the top heel, the right heel off the left heel. How much space can you find? Fingers to fingers. Come through center with control to your belly. Cobra, inhale. Draw the thumbs toward each other. Pull the hands toward the back of the mat. Push the tops of the feet down. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale. Left knee to your chest. Place your foot next to your left hand. Stay here and breathe. Blocks if you want, fingertips, whatever makes this more accessible. Looking to create a straight line from your head, through your spine, through your back leg. Pull your feet toward each other. So push your feet down and draw them toward each other. Gently scoop the belly off the left thigh. Broaden the collarbones. Spread the upper back. So there's this balance between opening the front body and keeping the back body broad. And rather than just collapsing down into the floor, push down to receive that energy back. Yeah. Turn that back heel in and down, pushing down to open up into triangle. Again, you can use a block. Yeah. Find the width across your chest. Wrap right ribs open, left ribs under. Contain the front rib cage. Shorten from belly button to pubic bone. Press into the big toe, the base of the big toe. Build the arch of your foot. Beautiful. Yeah. Yes. Couple more breaths, hang in there. Get stronger as you're here. Find out more about yourself as you're here. Don't tune out, tune in. Right hand comes down and around up onto those right toes. Left hand to the sky. Expand the upper back. Draw the feet toward each other. And then plant that right hand. Vashisthasana. Step that left foot back. Maybe lift the left heel off the right heel. Toes pull toward your heart. Wake up your ankles. Come through center. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog with your exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Rise to stand. Inhale. Hands draw to your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Gaze to thumbs if it's okay. Exhale, hinge from your hips and bow forward. Inhale, half forward fold. Collarbones broad, back broad. Plant your hands, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, offer your heart, pull the crown of the head forward, keep the knees a little forward, chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Thighs to sky, lift, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Stretch back, all your breath out, feet to hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Yeah. Again, inhale, rise. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga, Vinyasa, make your way to downward facing dog. I was working with a client yesterday, and we were doing Surya Namaskara A, which is what we're doing right now, and she asked me, how many times do you think you've cued this sequence? And I started thinking about it, and I really couldn't get my brain around how many times, because I love Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, bring your feet to your hands. Come halfway with your inhale. Fold with your exhale. Rise, inhale. And then bring your hands into your heart with your exhale. And pause here and breathe. And the reason she asked was because I was cueing it, and she said, you sound excited to do it every single time. And I was like, I am. I love this sequence. To me, it's the most beautiful opening of the front body and the back body. It's moving meditation. It centers our breath. It's not for everybody, I know, but I love it. And we're going to do 2 more rounds on our own. And approach it from new eyes, of like you've never seen it before. You're on your own. If you're not exactly sure what to do in the sequence, watch me or make it up. And it's going to be 2 full rounds, so we'll meet back at the top of your mat. And once you're back at the top of your mat on the second round, just pause, close your eyes, soften the gaze, feel your breath. Feel the beauty and the simplicity. It's this beautiful sequence. You're going to pick up your right knee. You're going to glide the foot up the leg. Turn the knee open as you do so, and then you can reach down and take the foot. 2 options here. Foot to the inner leg, anywhere on the inner leg, or bring the foot up
You can hold the right foot with the left hand here, and then right arm up if you want. So just variations on tree pose. Yeah! So very much like what we did when we were seated. The two options, inner leg or the front of the thigh where it meets the hip. If you have this, you can bring the right hand behind and take hold of the left bicep. Notice if this puts you into a back bend. Draw the front ribs back. In all cases, draw the front ribs back. You have a few more breaths here. So if you're in classical tree, you're going to stay there. If you're here, if you want, you can start to forward fold. If you came into a forward fold, rise back up. And then everyone, pick up that right knee, rise up through the arms, push the right foot back behind you. Come into half moon on the left leg. So we have not switched our legs, you're still standing on this left leg. And then start to bend the standing leg. We're going to come into goddess. So you're going to stretch the right leg back. You'll adjust the feet to whatever is appropriate. And what's appropriate is whatever direction the knee is going in. So we want the feet and the knees to be going the same way. Okay. Stretch the arms out wide. Bring the hands behind the head. Broaden across the chest. Use your hands like traction behind your back, behind your head rather, like your skull to like lift up out of the spine. Sink a little deeper. Take the elbows wide. Maybe start to tip the shoulder blades into the heart and start to take the gaze up. Inhale, rise up, reach up, so good. Come to the back of your mat. Right toes turn to the back of the mat. Left hand comes down, you're on the left toes. Gently twist open here. Good. I'm just going to turn around for a second so we can see this first transition. Good. Good. You're going to bring your right hand to your right foot. So you're at the back of your mat. I just moved so that you could see. You're going to pick up this foot. Either bring it to the inner thigh or in front. Now I'm going to come back. So it's that same version of tree that we did standing. Good, bring your right hand down. Pivot onto the left toes and then shoot this right leg out and lift up. Yeah. Yes, yes. Maybe reach down for your foot. Maybe start to kick it back. If you kicked it out, take it back here. Good. Good. Bring the right foot to the left foot. Carefully lower down. Cha-cha. Bring it around, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lift up. Bring your hands behind your hips, fingertips pointing at your hips. Bend your knees. Lift up. Press into the inner foot. Broaden across the collarbones. Release down, Navasana, lifting up. Yeah. Cross your shins, chaturanga. Rise and open, inhale. Dog pose, exhale. Lift your heels, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Draw your hands into your heart. Left knee rises. Good, start to slide that foot up. Finding your version, tree. Inner leg to the thigh. If you want, left foot can be held with the right hand. Maybe left hand comes behind the back, then watch the spine. Watch the spine, breathe back into that arm. Stay here or consider folding over. If you're forward, rise up, pick up that knee. Good. Half moon on the right leg. Draw up on the thighs, calves to shins. Fantastic. Fantastic. Start to bend the right leg. Step the left foot toward the back of your mat. Come into goddess. So knees and toes going in the same direction. Your feet do not have to be super wide open with the knees collapsing. Just find a comfortable place here. Broaden out. Bring the hands behind the head. Lift the back of the head. Maybe start to take the elbows wider and lift the heart up, the gaze up. Inhale, rise up. Turn to the back of the mat. Right hand comes down. Square your left foot to the back of your mat. You're on the right toes. Nice, easy twist here. Good. Fantastic. Plant the right hand down. Come onto the pinky side of the right foot and then take the left foot. Tree pose in Vashisthasana, or maybe bring that foot, whoops-a-daisy, to the upper thigh. Yes. Good, see if you can keep the legs. Left hand comes down, roll it around, extend that left leg out, right hand lifts up. Maybe find the foot. Maybe start to push the foot toward the back of the mat and open up. Push into the inner right foot like crazy. Come back around, and then bring this left leg over to the right foot. Carefully lower down to your butte. Yeah. Good, strict anatomy there. Butte. Inhale, reach up. On an exhale, coming forward. When I say come forward, whatever your forward is. Whatever your forward is. Some days this is my forward, some days this is my forward. I don't know what's happened today that I've gotten lucky. Oh, right, I took excitement earlier. Inhale, rise up. Bring your hands behind your hips. Fingertips point at your hips. Bend the knees if you'd like, tabletop here, or keep the legs straight. Try to get the toes down and then lift up. Parsvottanasana. Open up the chest, broaden across the collarbones. One more inhale, release with your exhale. Inhale, boat. Yeah, so good. Cross your shins, chaturanga. Inhale, rise. Down dog, exhale. Pause here and breathe. Inhale, right leg straight back. Lift your left heel, bend your left knee, pause, look between your hands. You're gonna hop your left foot between your hands. You can take a couple of hops to get there if you need to, or maybe it's just one big hop, left foot forward. Bring your right foot to your left calf, gliding up, woo, tree pose. Maybe reach down, take that foot, and then maybe fold it over. Good. Rise back up. Half moon on the left leg. Goddess. Stretch the right leg back. Bring the hands behind the head, sink down, open up the heart, and then come to the back of your mat. Left hand down, right hand up. Continue this around to spin into Vashisthasana. Pick up the right foot if you want. Finding that variation. Right hand comes down. Kick this right foot over to the left. Maybe open up. And then bring it back. Send it forward. Carefully sit. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands behind your hips. Inhale, open up. Exhale, release. Boat with an inhale. Chaturanga with your exhale. Rise, up dog. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, left leg back, high to the right toes. Bend the right knee, look forward. Bring your right foot to the top of your mat. Left foot comes into that right leg, glide it up. Maybe bring the foot with you. And then possibly forward fold. Inhale, rise back up. Open to half moon. And then come into goddess. Lift the base of the skull, open the heart. Come around back of the mat, twist. Right hand down, left hand up. Shift into this right hand, Vashisthasana, maybe with tree version, and then left hand back down. Pivot over into the inner right foot, extend that left leg, any variation. Bring that left foot to the right, carefully. Lower down. Yes, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Hands behind your hips. Lift up. Release. Boat. And then chaturanga. Move through your vinyasa. Come into downward facing dog. Pause here for a few breaths. Wake up the pose. Yes, wake up your hands, wake up your feet. This is not a resting pose. Yeah, you look amazing. So good. So listen, we're gonna go through the sequence one more time. Trust your body, open your ears, trust the sequence, add in, take out as you need, okay? So add in variations or remove things and simplify as you need. Couple more breaths here, just smooth it out. Inhale, right leg back. Lift the left heel, bend the left knee, look forward like you're gonna go to a handstand. Hop it up, bring that left foot forward. Right foot's gonna glide up that left leg. Opening up, and then maybe folding forward. Opening back up and coming into half moon. Any variation in half moon. And then goddess. Sink down. Open up. Back of your mat. Twist. Left hand down, right hand up. Follow this through to Vashisthasana. You don't have to take this variation. Right hand comes down. Pivot around to face your left. Left hand lifts. Maybe take the foot. And then release the leg. Carefully come down. Inhale, lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, lift. Hands behind, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, Navasana. Cross, Chaturanga. Inhale, heart to sky. Down dog. Left leg back, inhale. Lift that right heel, bend the knee, hop the right foot forward. Left foot glides up. Maybe fold it over or just stay in pause. And then opening back up, half moon. Ooh. And then from here, goddess. Left foot steps back. Hands to the base of the head, lift, open the heart. Come to the back of your mat. Right hand down. Right heel lifted, twist. Follow this through to Vashisthasana. Yes. Good, left hand down. Kick that leg out if you want. Find the foot, open. Left foot comes top of the mat. Carefully sit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Hands behind the hips. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Boat. This time, roll down onto your backs, please. Roll it down. Give yourself a squeeze. Shoulders and head stay down, legs extend up. Arms at your side, hands under your hips if you need a little extra support. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, right leg comes down. Stay, inhale. Exhale, left leg comes down. Stay, inhale. Both legs up. Left leg lowers. Stay, inhale. Exhale, right leg lowers. Inhale, both up. Exhale, right down.
Stay, pause, inhale. Exhale, left down. Inhale, both up. You get the idea, yeah? Let's go. Can you get your spine to be fairly still here? Therein lies the challenge. Just one more, just one. Good, bend both of your knees, put your feet flat. Bridge pose, lifting up. Good, so for today, anything goes. You can hold your heels. So I've got my index finger on my inner heel and my middle finger on my outer heel. And I'm using that to broaden across the chest, to draw the shoulders under my body, under my chest. Not necessarily trying to pull my shoulders down to my heels. Instead, just keeping them in alignment with where they started, just moving them under. If you feel good here and you want to take this a little deeper, maybe slide the hands to the backs of the hips. You have a few more breaths. If you're here and you feel good, take the right leg up. And bring the leg down. And then the left leg up. So it's a longer hold. If you need a pause, come on down. If you're good, we're just going to move here for a few rounds. So you're starting to lift. And then see if you can start to move the other leg before you put the other one down. Just a couple of them. Helps if you bend the knees. Ooh. One more. And then we release all the way down carefully. Take a pause, turn the palms open, close the eyes, breathe. So these postures that we practice have an effect on your body, right? The idea is to open up areas of the body that maybe are restricted, but they have an effect on other areas of you, on how you feel emotionally, on your breath. Just receive the pose, see how you feel. Don't judge it, just receive it. If you didn't love that, it's okay. You don't have to love everything. And then moving into Urdhva Dhanurasana if you care to. Don't worry, we're not going to do that. We just did in bridge and Urdhva. Otherwise, bridge again if it feels good. Or any other back bender, maybe you just need to pause here and breathe. Releasing down with an exhale. Pause, 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 breathe. And then one more if you care for it. If you don't, continue to breathe where you are. Rise up, inhale. Use your feet. Guide the leg. If you're on your hands, use your hands. Guide the arm. Release down. Happy baby if it feels good. Something else if it feels better. I am not under the assumption that every pose feels good on your body, which is why I encourage you to trust your intuition, to to follow your inner teacher and choose the postures that suit you best. Which is what makes this practice so amazing. We can all be here together, doing different things, breathing together, building this energy, even if we're not doing the exact same thing. Knees come into center. Rock up. Take the right foot, cross your left shin in front of you. And then this is the same half happy baby we started with, but this time with the leg in. So I'm not mirroring, I'm gonna mirror you. Let's see, I'm gonna do well with this. All right, so this is my right leg. This is my left leg. Good. Good. If you want, left hand comes over to right foot. If you want. Right hand comes to right calf. This is perfect. If you want, you start to kick the leg out. Maybe just play with that. If you want, you use this right hand to pull the right leg over your shoulder. It's not for everybody. Good. And then stay here. And maybe open up. If you went here, rebend, bring the leg across. You're going to take this right shin either in front of the left shin or on top of the right shin. Yeah? So Sukhasana or Firelock. Cha-cha. Beautiful. Rise up. Good. Right away, if you're here and you feel like you're falling into your low back, then bring your hands behind and see if you can give yourself some extension. If you feel like you've got space, you feel centered, you feel safe here, consider coming forward, but you don't have to. Play with the shape of your breath. Inhale, rising up. Take the legs out and just shake them out. Yeah. Good. We go on to the second side. Finding your left foot, this half happy baby, bringing this right shin across. Use this leg to give yourself some stability. This is perfect. Here comes little mister. Hi, mister. So you can stay here. You can reach across. You can bring left hand to left calf. Maybe bring the shoulder inside. You can also just stay here and kind of like play with straightening the leg a bit. You don't have to go 0 to 60. And then maybe opening up here. And then releasing back through center. Kind of move this right shin a little more forward and across, and then either taking the left shin in front or up on top. Come here, bud. And then rise up. And again, just getting a sense of how you feel here. Can you find your sitting bones, or are you feeling like you're back at your tailbone? If you're back at your tailbone, no worries. Just use your hands and kind of lift up a bit more. But if you're feeling pretty centered and like you've got the ability and the space to come forward, then come here. With an inhale, rise up. All right, you have 1 minute. 1 minute. This is like your time to do whatever it is that you need before we come into our sort of ending Shavasana, seated meditation, wherever you want to end your practice. It could be an inversion. It could be a twist. It could be a seated posture. It could be wide leg forward fold. So you'll decide what you need today. It could be seated wide leg forward fold. That's what I'm gonna do if you want to join me here. It's your time basically to set yourself right for stillness that will follow. Wherever you are, you're going to start to move out of that slowly. And we're going to set ourselves up for however you want to end. I'm going to stay in a seated meditation today. If you want to come to seated, you're welcome to. If you want to lie down into Shavasana, or if you want to use the wall and take your legs up the wall, whatever your happy place is for finishing your practice. And then if it's okay, close the eyes. If it's not, just soften the gaze. And we're just going to do a couple breaths together, and then I'm just going to allow you to melt off to your finish. So let's take a big breath in. Exhale all your breath out of your mouth. And then inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and pause. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the breath out and pause. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the breath out and pause. Inhale 4, 3, 2, hold and pause. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the breath out and pause. Inhale 4, 3, 2, hold and pause. Exhale 4, 3, 2, free breath in and out. Just let it flow. Let it be soft, any shape it wants to take.
to wake up your hands and your feet. If you're lying down, gently find your way to seated, maybe bending the knees, reach the arms overhead, roll to your side, rock up, whatever feels good. Same thing if you're on the wall, bend the knees, roll to your side. When you're ready, we'll meet together seated with our hands together at our hearts in prayer, bringing the fingers together, spreading the thumbs away from the index finger and into the heart. Breathing in together, breathing out together. Honoring that you showed up today and whatever you found in your practice. Rise with your inhale, lift heart to sky. Exhale, bow your mind to your heart. Rise, inhale. I thank you for your practice. Namaste. Thanks for being here. If you have